Rolling.
Hello, welcome to our media discussion for our preliminary edit that we did the other day. We're just going to discuss a couple of things that we thought went well and what we need to improve on. So, first bit that went well, match on action. Did that quite well, you know, with the leading in to get the mobile phone. Did you think it flowed alright?
Yeah.
This was done in Anna's house, by the way. So basically what we did was last week we started doing the filming for like the overall coursework, and in one of the scenes we've got a relationship between Connor and Anna, and as the song progresses you can kind of hear the music change and it goes a bit more, like we'll go to say sporadic, and it's kind of like meant to represent Connor's conscience and him kind of thinking that something's going on whilst Anna isn't being entirely truthful to him. So when he sees the message, it kind of like makes him more curious as to, and it like reinforces the thoughts that he's already having.
Yeah. So the match on action in this particular scene here, James, if you can have a look here. It works quite well because it keeps the flow of action rather than breaking it. So match on action, that's a good aspect on the first bit. I also think black and white filtering had quite a good impact. When we were editing the first bit, when we used it lighter for when they were happy, and then for my bit when I'm on my own and I'm having a breakdown, it's really, really dark, and that shot by the river.
Yeah, the only thing you have to be careful is that you can't, well, from this angle I can't really see you at all.
Yeah.
You're really faded into the trees.
But then as we edit it, we'll look at the way to contrast
Bring
the colours.
forward certain colours for the parts
exactly.
of it.
Do you think we could edit it on iMovie, but in order to make it like high definition and, you know, make the black and white really profound, I think we should try editing on Final Pro or whatever. Yeah.
Final Cut, maybe.
Just have a go with that. What other aspects do you think? I think the storyline worked quite well.
Yeah.
You know, they're on the swing and stuff like
I
that.
think what we needed to work on as well was sort of enticing the audience, so they're kind of trying to work out what's going on.
Yeah.
Like have, you know, images of the murder, so they are engaged in it. You know, and just sort of.
Yeah.
So I was saying sort of how, you know, little snippets here and there, so they have to invest in it in a sense, and sort of have to follow it.
Yeah.
You know.
That's something we need to improve on, is adding in like graphic match and everything, where maybe you could have the shot of a tear and dripping of the blood that we were discussing earlier on in the week, just to help break it up, because like I say, you don't want it just to keep dragging out like here's a relationship. You want the audience to be constantly thinking of visual symbols. Maybe when we film this next bit in your house, just shoot little bits that are just like maybe an empty whiskey glass or something, or something that has like an actual visual effect.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Aesthetically pleasing.
When we do our filming, we need to kind of like overshoot, so take a lot more shots than we actually need.
Yeah,
because some of them won't come out that great, some will actually be really good, but then like James says, we don't want the storyline to look as in boring, so the audience kind of gets like, yeah, okay, when's it going to move on? We want it to like keep flowing, so if you can just like insert like photos, little snippets in at certain places, it will help the flow a bit, and we can also like maybe cut that to the beat as well, so it like keeps the video moving at a good rate. At
the moment, I like how it all is all fitting into place, but still I think we could add in little bits. I still think it's dragging out a fair bit, do you know what I mean?
So think about cutting, so it's just some bits of the song.
Because it's a long song and you don't want the audience to start drifting away from how they're viewing it, do you know what I mean? What do you think, Anna?
I think we need to be careful of that as well though, because we don't want to like break it. We need to really like look into it.
Yeah.
I think precisely where we want to cut and how we want to cut it.
Yeah, but you also don't want it jumping.
And that is
more like unnatural.
That's what I'm worried about.
Do you think the cuts to like the graphic matches of the blood and the tears, do you think that should be quick, or to not break away from everything?
Long enough to see that they recognise what it is.
Re-emphasise.
And
but I think if you add all of that in, I'm not sure you do actually need to cut the song.
I think what we do is we actually just, like Zach was saying, overshoot, have plenty of footage to work with, put it to the full song, have a, you know, let's say an edit of a long version, watch it, show it to some other people, and if we think it's good,
we'll keep
we'll keep it. If people
cancel.
are drifting off,
that's fine.
And then we can think about and give ourselves enough time to, if needs be, cut, because it's better to have more and cut than not have enough and have to work around trying to exactly. So I think at the moment our goal is just to get enough to create a full version, and if that doesn't work, we've tried it at least, and then we can start cutting from there.
Yeah.
So filming on Sunday, we're going to practice the murder scene. because that's going to be really important, because that's when the music like really picks up, everything's chaotic.
You need it visually enticing and strong and powerful.
So we've got to practice like the moves and everything on there. I think another improvement we need to make, when we're having the argument, do you remember we said that was really long? We need to cut that down.
But what where we could put the stuff like the photos and stuff. As you're saying.
You could get a pan of like all the photos that we've had, and then maybe get one shot of the photo of you and me in the Tide Barn, and then suddenly that's got like a crack in it or something, like the frame. Just visual.
Just drop it on
visual
the floor
cues.
or something like that. Yeah, visual cues as well. We could cut into your face. You know that bit when you sort of sat forwards, and that kind of that's back into your head. So we always kind of relate it back into your head, and that imagery is an embodiment of what you're seeing. You know, a visual representation of the feelings that's going on in that precise moment.
Yeah.
You know, and it just kind of builds and builds and builds, and we start off slowly maybe with a couple of, I don't know, like photos and stuff, and then it ends with like the photo smashing, and then that's when you get up and leave, and that's, you know, that kind of works into your emotional disfigurement, and how that's what makes you want to leave. That's how you're feeling inside, you know?
Running out the door, maybe cut back, last point, maybe cutting back to the mirror sequence at the beginning. Constantly relating back to him being unstable. But we need to really, like, ideally, we need to form the whole video around that first bit. So that's why as soon as the drama production's done and everything's written down, we go in there and just film it. And like I say, we need to improve on some bits even in that mirror sequence. Like looking back over that footage, you can see like legs of mirrors and everything. We can definitely work around it. But we need to find something like, I don't know, like a black curtain or a black cloth that just hides it.
Photography, you've got those like white sheets you can put.
Mr. Weir said we could borrow like black paper as well.
Black paper just to put around.
Overall though, the filming that we did last week on Thursday and Friday, it did go really well overall.
Definitely.
Deadlines.
Considering the weather as well.
Deadlines. That's one improvement. Maybe is that try and not film in the rain, but that's quite hard.
But then that adds to the whole like booming atmosphere, so that is a bonus as well. There are quite a few shots of me by the river as well. I don't think it's going to necessarily be in this order, but the footage that we've got is just a rough outline of maybe we might put that shot in there, but we'll
make it
just
work.
in turn. We'll make it work. So going on, we need to practice black and white filtering. We need to maybe incorporate visual cues and match on action. Anything else?
Just really overshoot and practice the parts of maybe more with the parts that we haven't filmed yet. Start with the mirror sequence and the murder. Really make sure that we've got them like looking as like to the best that they can. But apart from that,
the slow motion reverse as well. The blood as well. Get it on the paintbrush.
No, I think get a paintbrush and also get a pipette so we can squeeze it off camera, and then that will squirt onto, because the chemistry we've got some, so we can. I think water it down as well, because otherwise it's not gonna.
That Halloween blood is.
It was too sort of make-uppy. So if we kind of water it down, that way it'll be able to spread a lot easier, and like you said, paintbrush sort of splatter against whatever.
It's more like a slice, and the blood goes onto the wall. Kind of thing. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching.